Welcome back to my channel. For today's videos, it's going to be slightly different than a regular video. I'm not doing a recipe per se today. I am going to share with you how I make my turmeric capsules. So I posted this on Instagram and someone asked me to share kind of like, what do I buy on Amazon? What are my tips and tricks for making turmeric capsules? And all it is it's the spiced turmeric and black pepper that I put into a veggie capsule and use a little contraption that's pretty easy. And then that way I could take turmeric every day into my diet. So you could just, eat the spice in your meals. But I just find that this lets me get it in every single day, where if I just do it in my diet, I sometimes get it in and sometimes I don't, to be honest. Same thing with the spice alma. I also make, I get a big bag of alma powder on Amazon, and some people can do it in their smoothies and oatmeal. I find it really strong no matter how much of a small amount I put in, so I just prefer to take it in a capsule. So I also do this with alma. So you can do this with your spices that you'd like, and turmeric and alma are pretty much what I do. So I'm just going to share with you how I make them. It's pretty simple. I have made them in the past and bought different capsule kits that have been disastrous with making them. And so I've scoured the internet for a while now, and this is the best one I found. It's called Cap M Quick, and I will put a link to all of this down in the description box below when we go through it, so you guys can click on it and get the same one. This has been the best, easiest. I haven't made a mess of my, I don't know. If you've ever made your own capsules before, it can easily turn disastrous quick. So, because you have everything powdered form sitting in this little capsule, and then if it spills, it's like a whole mess. So this is the best one for making them, and I'll show you in the video, but it comes really easy to assemble, really easy to clean up. You can't really mess it up. There's like one important step not to mess up, but once you get the hang of it, it's super simple and has been the easiest one that I've found on the internet. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, so I'm just going to do turmeric in this video, but you could do this with alma. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll put a link to like the vegetable capsules I get. It's really simple and easy, but this lets me get in my capsules of turmeric and alma every day, and with the winter months coming up, I definitely want to make sure this is in my diet. Hope you guys like the video. Okay, we're gonna get started, and this is just a little layout, a little bit different than my last video. So you're gonna need this tool called Cap M Quick. It is my favorite tool to make capsules. It's the best one I found on the market. And also these 00 veggie capsules, and I'll have all this linked down below in the description box so you guys can check out if you want to purchase it. But I'm just going to walk you through how to do this. I'm going to make some turmeric capsules today, so you need some turmeric powder. With that, I'm going to use some black pepper to help the absorption rate. I'd like to add a little bit of black pepper to that. And I'm also going to make alma capsules. I like the spice alma for all of the amazing health benefits. If you haven't checked out Dr. Greger's work on alma and turmeric, his research on that he's found, they're just great, wonderful spices that I want to be ingesting every day. And I don't do that great of a job getting it into my food, so just so that I can get it in, I like to take it in this capsule form. So to get started, you're going to need to make sure you put these little side tools on correctly. So the two, you'll see that the one side has a 1 dot and the other side has a double. That's because we're doing size 00 capsules. So you need to make sure that that's on correctly. That's pretty much the hardest part of doing this entire process. And then you just want to fit in the main capsule holder. You can see that I've made a couple turmeric capsules before this. It's a little stand. But go ahead and take your veggie capsules, and I like to get a small bowl and just place it off to the side, so that way I can keep the caps all in one area so I can grab it. So just to kind of show you what it looks like, you just want to twist off and put the lid into this little spare bowl really easy. And then they just fit really nicely inside each hole. And that's pretty much it. You're just gonna speed up the process and do that for all of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the power of editing to make this go super fast for you. I just like to double check that everything is full, I haven't missed any spots, and it's ready to put in our turmeric powder. So you can measure out, I think here I put in 6 tablespoons to start, but I just kind of, sometimes I eyeball to see how much. You don't want to put a ton in because it won't be able to fill. You can always go ahead and add a little bit more at a time, but usually around 6 tablespoons for this works around to add me just a little bit left over. So I go ahead and spread that out. Turmeric does stain, so it's good to have like a mat down or something down to make sure you're not wearing anything that you don't mind getting turmeric on it. Just a little tip. And then you just take this card that came with the kit and you spread around the turmeric, and you just do this a few times to kind of get it into the capsules, but it is very easy. Okay, once you have everything spread out, you can add the top part, the lid. We're just going to tamper down to make some extra room, so you want to lightly press down. Be a little weary of pressing down too hard, just a nice gentle press. And then you can go ahead and either add a little bit more in. I like to do another little spread of it to get in a little bit extra. And you can tamper it down one more time. Now this time I'm going to add in our black pepper, and I'm just adding in a little bit just to help with the absorption. It's totally optional, you know, if you want to do this at home, but I always like to add a little bit of black pepper to my turmeric capsules. Okay, now what you could do is you can move the excess turmeric and pepper off to the side of your little capsule kit, and I like to do it on like kind of a cutting board or a mat that I can save it for the next run. So I made more capsules after this because I had stuff left over, so nothing goes to waste. So just keep in mind, if you're doing this, like, you might want to do it over something so that you can kind of save all the extra. It's still good and stuff you want to not waste. So I just do one final pat just to kind of see if I can get anything lost in there, but they're getting pretty full. Alright, I'm just moving all this off to the side so I can save it for after the next bunch. And this part is kind of like another important part, but you just want to slightly carefully move these to the side and then press down, and you'll see that all your capsules are still in place. Now I have messed up so many capsules at this point because the ones I bought offline, like, something didn't work, and it's a mess. If you've ever tried to have done capsules where your capsule maker doesn't work, it can be really quite annoying and disastrous. But this one has worked every time, which is why I'm suggesting it to you. So just to show you, I have a little mason jar that I keep in a refrigerator filled with these little capsules, and you just go ahead and add the cap back to them. And that's pretty much it. It is so simple and easy and really, really quick. I mean, I make these, it takes me literally no time to make, and I always have a batch in the refrigerator. And you can eat turmeric every day. I would suggest that, but for me personally, I would eat it one day and then forget it the next week or something like that. Same with the alma. I really wanted to make sure I was getting that into my diet every day, so by making these capsules and making sure that I take one a day, it just makes sure I get all these spices into my dietary regimen that I have. So if you guys like this, please subscribe, leave me a comment below. Again, I'll have all the links for everything down in the description box. We're gonna have a pretty special video for Sunday, so make sure you come back on Sunday for that. But thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and I would love to hear if you make your own turmeric or alma capsules and how it goes. See you next time. Bye.